Liverpool are the champions of England. Woo! Woo! How's it feeling?
Champione.
Fantastic.
Get in.
As you can
Get in
see,
indeed.
I'm joined by my usual partner in crime, Jack. Hey, Jack. I've got Cam on, and we got Marco as well. You've probably seen them on the channel already. How's it going, boys? Let's go around one by one. Jack, you were doing the play-by-play. How was that? It must have been the most relaxing one of the season.
Yeah, it's trying not to get too ahead of myself on the watch-longs, mate. You know me and anyone watching, but yeah, wasn't a dry eye on Merseyside. Really, very emotional. The final whistle, very but made up, mate. 35 years. We've actually won it in front of fans, really. The long wait is over, really. Special moment for me, mate. But yeah, get in. Not too bad.
Amazing. I'll go to Marco next because I know Cam's been waiting a bit longer than I have for this. Well, actually, no, we've been waiting the same time, to be honest. But Marco, how does that feel?
It feels amazing. It is well overdue. It is just a wonderful feeling. And by the way, just quickly too, I'm going to repeat this later as well. If you're not going to like and subscribe now, like seriously, like these are the champions of England. There is no reason not to subscribe and like this video now. So please do it. Just amazing achievement. It's fantastic. It's wonderful. And as we'll no doubt get to, there's a lot of reasons why this is fully deserved, fully warranted. This team is amazing and fantastic. And yeah, just super proud of this team to have done this. And it's just particularly wonderful to see it in front of the crowd, which is obviously something we were robbed of 5 years ago.
We definitely were robbed of. Cam, so me and you, obviously, we were kids. Well, I was a kid. I don't know about you.
I was a kid.
You wasn't a kid. So you actually, in adulthood, you've experienced this before, but this must feel amazing.
Honestly, Gags, it was 1990. I was 21, 22. Yeah. I just turned 20. I was 21. So, I was just starting my life, really, this a journey I've been on for the last 35 years. And 2020 was awesome. 2025, oh my days, it's knocked it out the ballpark. It's knocked it out the atmosphere. It's knocked it out the stratosphere. It's still going. It's never good. It's just unbelievable to all that built up, pent up emotion that we've had for all this time, all these years. It's so difficult to put that into words now. That final whistle went, there were tears. I'm not going to lie, there were tears, and then it's about we're going to fucking party like it's 1999. You know what I mean? So it's got to be done. The drink's already pouring. I only found one drink I could like that I've got left from the wedding. So we're not going to go on the hard stuff just yet. I'm going to wait for that. I need somebody with me to help me for that. So, but yeah, it's Gags. At the end of the day, I mean, there's always that fear. There's always that doubt. We're not going to do it. Even though we were so far ahead and no one was getting close to us, you're just thinking, it's Liverpool, we've messed up in really strong positions before, but there was never any doubt. We've actually, as mad it is, we've actually got stronger as the season's gone on without actually looking like we've got stronger. The numbers say we've got stronger. The numbers say we've got better. And hats off to everyone, even Carol and Carol in the canteen, that they've done a phenomenal job. We're just going to enjoy it, and we're going to make sure everybody knows Liverpool FC Premier League champions 2024, 2025.
20 times.
It's the bad, baby.
And you know what? At the end of the day, I think a lot of people I think one of my cousins just said, oh, that was a bit of an anticlimax. No, it wasn't. It wasn't an anticlimax. It was just that it was relaxed. There's no trophy to pick up today. But we dreamed of this. We dreamed of winning titles at a canter. Every fan's dream is, I don't want to be waiting till the last day to win it. Now, if you're a psycho or a sadist, maybe you want to win on the last day of the season. Maybe next year we can do that because we've done this. But I'd rather win the league at a canter. I'd rather win the league with 4 games to go. I'd rather win the league when my heart rate it's almost like I'm sleeping when I'm watching the game that we win it because we're so relaxed. That's what it felt like today. That's what it feels like right now. Totally relaxed, very happy, over the moon. It's joyous. I cannot wait to be there on the 25th of May to watch them pick that trophy up in the stadium. But for everyone that was there today, everyone that's there outside Anfield right now partying, it looked amazing. It looked incredible. And I'm so happy for this fan base. Yes, some of it is crazy, but I am so happy for every Liverpool fan right now for winning this, winning this league title. We have been very close on a number of occasions against Manchester City in the last 6-7 years, and we were pipped to the post. But to take advantage of two teams that haven't been the best, but to have a better season than they were probably having last year. So before anyone says we've played the same teams that they have, we've beaten the same teams that they lost to or drew to, and this time last year they weren't on this many points that we're on. So no one can tell me that this Liverpool team does not deserve it. They absolutely deserve it, and these fans deserve it more than anything. So I am totally over the moon, and exactly what Cam said. I couldn't believe it when I saw the under pressure numbers in the chat the other day, where the final 17 games, in fact, we've been better in a lot of metrics, apart from maybe creating quality chances, which I think we could tell. But apart from that, oh my God, it was like, it's so close and so tight, but it feels like a massive drop off. It's not been. It's been crazy.
It feels like a drop off because we seem to have lost that control in games, but we were still winning games and still pulling out results, still pulling rabbits out the hat. And that's the sign of champions. That's what great teams do. If they don't look like they're playing well, but they're still picking up the points, at the end of the day, we've picked up the points. The league table doesn't lie. The league table never, ever lies. If you lose it on goal difference, it's because you weren't good enough. Simple as. You lose it by a point, you weren't good enough. You lose by 15 points, you weren't good enough. But if you win by those margins, you're the best. We are the best football team in England. Cry your salty tears, all you salty fans. Up yours.
Who thinks to add if I may?
I mean, Marco,
Try not to swear because it's YouTube.
Ahmed, who's watching us, just said that Arne Slot just sang earlier, Jurgen Klopp, na, which is on the LFC TV feed, which is nuts. What a class manager. I think he owed Jurgen that, and I hope he does it on the last day when Jurgen's in the stands, because Jurgen doing that for Arne. We should talk about Arne a little bit here now. We talked about the fans, we talked about today in the season, but we'll go through some players in a bit as well. But Arne Slot has done, Marco, a miraculous job. I don't care what anyone says about what he inherited. That team didn't get over the line last year. They struggled to get over the line last year. And they weren't playing Champions League football last year. They were playing Europa League, right? So to do this, playing way more games, competitive games, keeping the team fit for longer, surely he deserves all the credit.
No, he does, and I think the two things I want to just sort of throw into this mix. Number one is, I get it. Jurgen left a good squad. We can talk about Jurgen just now if it makes sense. But I think the flowers for Arne would be two things. The first thing is the consistency. There's a very cool, I don't think it's a tweet. Well, what do they call it on Blue Sky? I don't know. But Dan Kennett speaks about the consistency. In every there's not a single 5-game sequence throughout the league where Liverpool don't get at least 11 points, which is like a 90 odd point pace if the math, or close to it. So that consistency is there, and I don't think I would correct you, Gags. I wouldn't say that we took advantage of Arsenal and City's sort of capitulation. This has been the pace for the league the last few years. You keep up. So Arne Slot came in and kept up. That is what he did. And okay, it's a happy coincidence that it's his first season. It doesn't matter. He kept it up. So as far as I'm concerned, if you support Arsenal and City right now, look, the introspection is not that, oh no, Liverpool took advantage of you. No, you didn't step up. Liverpool kept the same space, the same race, the same pace. You needed to step up. So, as far as I'm concerned, fully deserved champions in that respect. Also, by the way, like in terms of winning calm and controlled, I don't know, 5 goals against Spurs in front of Anfield seems like that's not a very calm way to win the league. That's pretty exciting.
No, I meant the fans were calm.
me.
You know, I meant the fans were pretty
Yeah.
calm. I was like enjoying every minute of it. I was like enjoying every goal. In fact, I was more focused on Mo getting 2 assists.
Yes, this is true.
Desperate Mo,
true.
just somebody like score, Elliot, score, please, just score. Like,
and you could see that, like especially, I think there's a pass in 40, somewhere in the second half. Cody clearly is trying to set up Mo, maybe trying a little bit too hard. It's the one where Cody should have finished. But I think, I mean, that's the crazy thing. We've got 4 games to go. There's enough football time to have a conversation about saying, oh, Mo Salah can still have the most prolific sort of goals involvement season in Premier League history. Like, what more do you want? This team is brilliant. Can we just give them the flowers, say they're absolutely more than deserved champions, and that's there's no other argument to have. It's as simple as that.
Totally agree, Jack. What about your thoughts on Slot, mate? We'll go around.
Just the way in which he's calm's personified, mate. He sat there with his jumper on this afternoon. He's got the Liverpool top on, mate. But we've seen many pretenders come into Liverpool in the last 30 odd years, and certain individual managers, we know the names, that have not really lived up to the big expectations. It's such an extremely I'd say it was one of it's in the top 3 for me, the most difficult jobs in world football. The expectation levels, obviously we'll speak about Jürgen a bit later as well, and as we said already on the pod tonight, he deserves his flowers. But it's one thing coming in, but certainly one thing from the hit the ground running. Richard Hughes, he was on the pitch as well on the VT videos after the full-time whistle as well, and the biggest signing for Liverpool, as it was with Jürgen, in terms of him coming into the football club. He brought us back to the pinnacle of European football, of English football as well. He set the foundation blocks, as did Shankly with Bob as well, and the history. Let's hope Arne is very much continuing that notion, really, mate. But yeah, he's going to get even better, mate, and lads as well. I do think we're not just stopping this season, that there will be a continuum, really, in regards to Liverpool picking up trophies, and let's hope it's there. A lot more to come, but the what we've seen, as Cam alluded to, and obviously Marco, it's the football we've seen already this season. 80 goals scored, 32 goals conceded, and I think we can probably rattle off a couple of goals we conceded this season and be a bit more. Some of the goals we conceded are all our own fault, really, some of them, but yeah, we're only getting started, mate, with Arne, and it's what a time to be ahead for me.
Matthias says, evening. Congrats to all Liverpool fans around the world. And we have Scott Patrick singing Arne Slot. La, 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 la. I've just watched the video of I've actually just watched the video of Slot going on and singing Klopp's name. Absolutely amazing. Just shows that, you know, the appreciation. I think it's the least that you could do. Cam's changed his name now to 20 times champions, trying to rub it into anyone he can. I think we're gonna go unbearable levels immediately here. Like, I mean, today, I did feel like, apart from conceding from a set piece, we were just on it today. We just seemed way more relaxed. Whereas, you know, Gravenberch has felt sometimes like he's not been in the game. Today, he was on it. Like, he just felt like there was a weight lifted. Like, we knew we were going to do it today. But every single player, Zabazlai, I mean, the midfield today was insane. Maybe it's Tottenham. I don't know. But today, I'm hoping it's because the pressure was off and they know what they got to do now. And hopefully we go and do this to Chelsea and Arsenal in the next few weeks and absolutely hammer them, because we're ready for it. And we have nothing, you know, we have nothing to fear. We have nothing to worry about anymore. It's not like it's on the... I think some of these guys, they're winning the title for the first time. Zabazlai, McAllister, Gravenberch. There might have been some nerves over the last 4 or 5 weeks, right? So today, they felt like nothing. The way they were playing, the way Maka smacked that one in on his left foot, first time he's ever scored a left foot goal in the Premier League, what a day to save it. Mo scoring after what they kept saying, 50 days. Everything was just beautiful, Cam, today. Everything.
Well, You say it was beautiful. It wasn't so beautiful when Solanke scored. That
Well, I
was a
just
bit
said
of
that
a
at the top. I did
that
say
was a
was
bit
part
of
of
a
the script.
spanner in the works, wasn't
I
it?
did
So
not listening. I said apart from the start, everything was beautiful.
oh, it
That
was
was the
beautiful
script,
after
though.
that. I mean, it was all about the midfield today. The midfield dominated, the midfield controlled, the midfield did everything you want a midfield to do. And the midfielders are the engine of the team. They're the ones who win you the football matches, ultimately. They're the ones who win goals, win matches, defenses win titles. Midfielders control everything to allow your defense and your strikers to do what they need to do. The goal that McAllister scored, that was just a thing of beauty. I mean, you would never in a million years thought that left foot was going to do that. Never. You would have thought, why the hell is he shooting? You know, we've seen him do it with his right. We saw it again. Was it Fulham earlier at the same end? Earlier, right at the beginning of the season? And it was like, what a screamer. Why doesn't he do that more often? Well, if he can do it with his left as well, why doesn't he do that more often? So I think,
When
it's just
Macca,
brilliant today. They didn't look any pressure in any way. It was like you say, the weight was lifted off the shoulders. They knew they had the quality to beat Spurs. They knew Spurs weren't really a serious threat. It was easy in the end. We could have had 7 or 8, really. We should have had 7 or 8. Darwin passed him when he should have shot. So Bosley should have scored in the second half.
Gakpo there was when he passed instead.
Yeah,
I think Dom
Gakpo. Gakpo trying to pass it over to Salah. It's just ridiculous. Shot after shot. So, love it.
Really amazing. I mean, McAllister, what can you say about him, Marco? This is definitely got to be one of the best players in the Premier League right now, surely.
I don't see why we shouldn't be starting to have a conversation about him being the best midfielder in the league. What can't he do? What can't he do? There is the funny thing about that goal. It reminds me of a couple of long-range bombs that he's had this season, which have been absolutely exceptional. So this is not the first time he's done stuff like that.
No,
technically brilliant. I think last season was a difficult season for him because he was largely played out of position, but he accommodated things accordingly, and he sort of showed that versatility regardless. And yet this season, I think he's been allowed more to play to his strengths and to play to what he is good at. I really hope there is some kind of top quality defensive midfielder that comes in.
I don't think there will be, mate. Let's not even.
But I mean, like if there was, right? I think you could free him up completely to be the best version of himself. But even then, if this is Alexis McAllister, like I've got to compensate for certain things around me on the pitch. I mean, that's amazing. And today was my man of the match. He was everywhere. He did everything right. Progressed play, defended all over the pitch. Just an absolute beast of a player. And to be honest, if there wasn't this Egyptian guy in the team, I think it would be a very strong argument for Alexis McAllister to be the MVP of the squad for this season. But there's that Egyptian guy. So yeah, I think I can't sing enough praises of him. And he didn't cost us too much either, which is quite cool.
And what about you, Jack? Do you agree with the Macca words there from Marco, who's now changed his best team in EPL is Scouts?
There we go. Yeah, he's whatever generation you grew up watching it, Eds in the 70s and 80s, Gerrards, the Alonsos, the Mascaranos, in my year of younger Liverpool fans out there, it's been legendary midfielders, and he certainly is going to become one of. He's etched his name already this season, but certainly for the next 5 years, what he's done in international stage, Copa America winner, World Cup winner, he's won absolutely everything, and he is a shining light for his nation as well, carrying a big expectation. But he's certainly what he's done at Brighton, and certainly what he's done at Liverpool. He, for me, will be the next captain post the Salah and Virgil van Dijk era. He embodies everything that a Liverpool captain has on and off the pitch, really. But as the lads have already said about what he does on a football pitch, you need your conductors, and you need your conductors certainly in an Arne Slot style of football, really. I think the pivoting, the double sixes, him and Gravenberch work so well. They complement each other so well. And I know, obviously, all of us, every Liverpool fan, spoke about a potential incoming number 6 coming in the summer to strengthen this squad out. Whatever happens anyway. But what we can do is celebrate those two lads, and it just goes to show what Arne Slot has done to Gravenberch and McAllister. His levels have gone on, but certainly these group of players, and especially Alexis McAllister, leading from the front, leading from the midfield as well. He's there, as the lads have said just then. There's nothing this lad can't do. He can score, he can create, he can do absolutely everything. Like that goal in the box against Dev, he can score a header as well. So yeah, the main thing is keep him fit.
Going back to the start of the season when Gary Neville said that Man United's midfield is better than Liverpool's. Like, I mean, you look at it now, it's taking the absolute piss.
Yeah.
You know? It's made a mockery of it completely. And he's not the paciest player. He's been playing deep, not deepest for us, but he's been supporting Grav in there. Grav's not even a DM. And we've won the league. Like with this, imagine if, someone did listen to Marco and we did buy a DM, what would happen? It would probably be insane, but everybody in Discord and all the football folks that talk about football, they're like, it's just not Slot's way. It's just not his team. He just doesn't have DMs in his setup. So we should stop thinking about it or want it. But I just think it's not going to happen, But we can talk about that.
Fair point. Gags, fair point. I just, forgive for the interjection. I just want to say that's also what makes the league win even more cool, because you can see the opportunities to improve the squad. And the funny thing is, I think the rival fans can see it as well. So the fact that this team this is not the ceiling. This is not the ceiling. This team could win the last 4 games of the season, get to 92 points or whatever it is. My math is bad. 94. And still somehow improve. That's the scary thing. There's very obvious places where this team is, Robertson definitely could be improved on. We unfortunately might have to speak about the end of a certain right back. We've spoken about DM. We need to speak about center forward. Like it's actually insane that this team is this good and still has so much room to grow. But anyway.
Well, I go back in time and I look at when we started signing like Gakpo and Grav and Dom and these players. I didn't have the belief that they would be title winners. I didn't. McAllister maybe would have been, but as a collective, a team of a Gakpo and these players, I just didn't think. When you look at Darwin as well, has scored some important goals this season. Regardless, you can't deny that the Brentford goals have every single point earned is the title. So even Darwin, even though we all know he's rubbish, but he's played a big part in winning the league. So respect to that, he deserves his medal. Chiesa has played a few minutes, maybe
20 minutes.
Medal. Trent has been fantastic, by the way, this season. I think there's apart from the January onwards had a wobble, but since he's come back in, he's been fine. Even in the last few games, he's been really good. So, and whatever people want to hate on him and whatever, leave that to the end of the season, please, because right now, did you see him jumping around and Konate is back and. Like I said, you guys are all getting negative, but the guy's loving it. He's jumping around and enjoying it with all the players are enjoying it with him. So they don't feel like they've been betrayed anywhere, and nothing's announced yet anyway. So let's keep all that the negative chat away. I think, like I was saying, I did not expect these guys to win the league, Jack. I didn't think Gakpo would become a league winner. I didn't think Grav would ever become. From when you watch it last year with Klopp. You don't see it, but now you look at it and you go, "Oh my God, they've just won." Luis Diaz, league title winner.
There's so many stories, and come what the end of May, mate, there's stories written across this side. Diaz, not a natural number 9, but he's done a job. He's chipped in. He's got a bit more of a bigger contribution, but he's done his job. Jota in and out, but all of them across the board, mate. Gakpo, I felt personally when he come into the football club. This has been an identity of really how Liverpool have catapulted ourselves to the top of European football over the last 7-8 years. Is we're bringing in captains, and the 70s and 80s, and even now under Arne Slot, mate, is we've got leaders across the pitch, not just in defence, but your midfield, and then even obviously Cody Gakpo leading that PSV side as a captain. He's a big player in the Dutch national side as well. He's a leader of men, and I felt him coming in just only added to the quality. I don't think we've even seen as Marco alluded to before, in terms of the next evolution of this side. We're only in first or second gear. There's a load of gears to go up in the next year or so. And then even, I do feel with Liverpool, if we do bring in a more natural, more attacking number 9, more naturally suited compared to Diaz, I think his levels will improve. If it's an Isaac, I tell you, that's me getting ahead of myself, but I'd love him. What we would do, not just in the Premier League, but in Europe as well, would be in a very promising. But it's not just individual players. This is what Liverpool, as we all know, it's about creating this great core of squad. Whatever happens in the summer of individual players, but what we can do is celebrate these lads. But yeah, it's for me personally, Gakpo, the lads up front, but this evolution of Liverpool, it's the main thing for me is the leadership and the quality, because we've had many teams over the last 35 years in terms of Premier League teams that haven't quite got over the line, but we're only getting started, and it's going to give those lads confidence as well for me.
You think about it, like Cam, VVD winning his second Premier League title, this time as captain. He's been absolutely incredible for us this season. Insane.
Yeah, I mean, he's recovered from the injury and he's stepped up to those levels again. The only thing I'll say about VVD is VVD's biggest enemy or opponent for me is VVD. He's shown a couple of times this season where he's felt like, oh, I've got the better of the man, and then he hasn't quite got the better of the man. There's been a couple of signs of complacency. There was one today, funnily enough, in the first half. Yeah, there was that one moment where you're like, oh, I think it was Solanke got the better of him, and you're like, yeah, that wouldn't have happened a couple of years ago. And like I say, VVD's biggest enemy is his own mind, and he needs to get back on. Well, it doesn't matter. He's on his level, isn't he? He's on top of that perch. We're on top of the perch. Who else is on that perch? No one. Yeah?
Nope.
On top of the perch. We're top of the perch. Fergie was right. Your fans are
shy. Anyway, Marco, talking about back on the perch, we have some new swag out, AI swag on Etsy. Go to Etsy and check out Anfield Index on there. You'll find it's not a live bird, because the live bird you can't have it, but we made our own big bird, Liverpool bird, our own Anfield Index bird, should we say, the AI bird, and it's got champions on it, Liverpool champions, and it's got back on our perch written on there as well. So nice t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, anything you want, but it's got back on our perch, back on the perch. So yeah, if you want that, then you can go check that out. There's loads of stuff there,
and your gold badge as well, Gags.
And the gold badge. We're gonna have we've got the gold badge in stock as well. So you just iron it onto your Premier League shirt. Those are all on Etsy too. So go ahead and get your gold badges, get them on your shirts for the last 4 games of the season. Wear it loud and proud. I bought a brand new, Liverpool top as well. It's a bit of an old, old design, but yeah, I bought a brand new one because I wanted to wear it today. I knew we were gonna win, so why not? Show it off. I'm actually going to wear it to work tomorrow when I'm on video calls all day and there's Man United fans and I'm working with them all day. They're going to be really pissed off with me tomorrow because I'm going to be unbearable this whole week. I'm going to be wearing Liverpool tops. I'm going to get all my Liverpool kits out, and every single day I'm wearing a Liverpool shirt to work. I don't care.
Listen. We now this is my brief to all Liverpool fans across the world. Okay. You are champions. That's it. So now behave like that. What does that mean? It means that until someone else is crowned, and we win it again. Until someone else is crowned, you have to remind people. You have to remind people that there's generally, I think how the calendar works is there's 52 weeks in a year. Yeah. So this is how long you have to remind people, because they'll forget. You have to help them. So wear a Liverpool shirt, sing the songs. If you know someone who supports a different team, like Arsenal or City United, go and remind them. They need to remember. This is important, especially because we did this thing, and it's amazing, and it's awesome, and they're the best team in England.
I agree. I agree. It's just we have to be unbearable again. I might bring out the unbearable shit as well. Need to find them. So I think it's been an incredible season. I've actually run out of words, but Cam, you never run out of words. What else is there that you want to say? I want to go watch. You know what it is? You know what it is? I want to go to my Discord server where I've created a league winners channel, right? And everyone is bombarding it with amazing videos that Liverpool have released and the Premier League have released. And I just want to go watch them. But I'm working here with you guys talking about it. But I want to go watch all the content. Like, I'm recording this feed. I want to watch it all. I am just like dying to watch it. But yeah, Cam, sorry.
No, there's going to be some brilliant content. I think looking in the chat, there's been some quality messages and, big shout out. I like this one from Helium Mateus. I saw a supercomputer calculating the probability of Liverpool winning the league this season, and they calculate the chance of winning the league being just 5%. Well, it wasn't very much of a supercomputer then, was it, lads? What was it? A Spectrum ZX?
I hope that Liverpool, when Arsenal turn up in a couple of weeks, that someone has a camera and they actually hand it to Odegaard so he can take a picture of the when everyone's coming through. He should be at the end of the guard of honor. He should be at the end with a camera and taking pictures of them all walk through. And that should be.
Well, you've seen the men that's going. You've seen the picture that's going around with Odegaard taking a photo, and it's Arnie holding the Premier League trophy.
All the memes need to come out now. What are they going to cry about now?
I'm sending them. Don't worry, I've been saving them all up. All these videos of all these fans at the beginning of the season saying Liverpool are not going to do anything. We're going to be 6th. We're going to be 7th.
No.
They must hang their heads in shame.
The worst ones. And I know that Jack has been basically been tormenting some of these Arsenal fans. But some of them, the ones that have been saying, oh, don't worry, we're going to catch them. We're going to be this Liverpool team. You can see the chinks in their armor. Like literally since November, they've been tweeting this. You can see the chinks in their armor. We'll win this league easily. Oh my God. Like how cocky, how arrogant their fan base was during the whole season that we'll catch. Even like in Jan. Yeah. Watch Feb. And then Feb came. We knocked everyone out. Then they were like, watch March. Nothing happened. Then April came and we bloody won the title in April, mate.
You just
so entitled. No reason for it.
Yeah, it's like the Tottenham fans or Everton fans that they don't know what it is to win a trophy. It's not the team that like I was 6 last time Arsenal won the league. They threw Arsene Wenger under the bus, didn't they? And he won 3 league titles. But yeah, and he was getting top 4 with Shamak and Bentner up front, mate. But yeah, it's just educate yourselves. There's plenty of documentaries on YouTube, Arsenal fans. You used to be a good team. 95 with the Ev, 2001, 2, whatever it was with Arsenal. And you're getting battered in the Champions League, by the way, in the semis by PSG. Sorry. But yeah, it's... Yeah, just... Like, we're humble. Like, we're enjoying it tonight. But we've just gone and won the league by an absolute canter. And we will next season. So and we will. I don't sound like Rafa, but it's facts. We will. But yeah, enjoy it. Arsenal fans, stay humble for a bit. Stay humble.
Yeah, we don't need to be humble. We've actually just won the league, so we can. Yeah. This is being humble now. Actually bragging about it. Marco is being humble. I want to focus on what Jack just said there about winning it again next year. There's no reason why we can't do it again.
No, there isn't. I think a lot of it obviously will depend on how the transfer window goes. Because again, like I mentioned, there's a lot that you can see can and should be improved on in the squad in terms of, and I guess it'll just be interesting to see how Richard Hughes and the team approaches that, which positions they prioritize. I have my biases, so I'll obviously, I already mentioned my first one.
Go on.
But
which other one? Which was the first one again?
So defensive midfield is critical for me. If nothing else, because even if you decide, I wouldn't, but even if you decide that Ryan Gravenberch should be the starting choice 6. And by the way, I want to give each player flowers. So Gravenberch, fantastic season, particularly in the first half of it. Like, we've got to give him credit for that, right? But even if you decide that Ryan Gravenberch is going to be a starting 6 for next season, you still need cover. Like, effectively Arne was rotating 4 midfielders. And I think, in terms of what's important to Liverpool fans, which should be the league and the Champions League, if you wanted to make a meaningful run in the Champions League, you do need to be able to rotate these guys. You don't want to risk a situation where Zobo and McAllister and Curtis and Ryan run themselves into the ground. So I definitely think you need, and of all the positions that in the midfield that probably need the most cover is the 6. Because if I say to you, Ryan Gravenberch could probably do a job at 8, I think we all know he definitely could do a job at 8, right? But there's a lot more of a gap at the 6. I'd want to see a centre forward just because I think that we're at the stage where we obviously do need to move away from Darwin, and Jota's injury record is making him unreliable. So you want someone there, whether it's someone who plays it more like the Bobby Firmino style, where it's a lot more sort of collaborative in the front 3, or someone who's an out-and-out goal scorer. A lot depends on obviously what Arne Slot want. And I guess the other priority will be left back, because you've kind of got to look at what's going to happen with Robbo and Tsimikas. That said, again, I don't want to go there, but obviously we just need to keep mindful of what happens in the other fullback. So yeah, those 4 positions, Gags. But again, that's it. It's the rest of the team is, and also the crazy thing is this is a young team. There's a lot of largely, yes, you've got the 2 veterans, and that's fine. The 2 veterans are signed up, they're staying, they're going to lead and provide all that leadership. The rest of the guys are of the right age profile, right? So it's not like it's not like you can't picture, Ibra having another fantastic season. Zobo just with the assist today, he's now in double figures for goals and assists very quietly.
Wow.
He's another guy had a fantastic season, and he's got levels to go, right? Curtis is of the right age profile. Alexis is of the right age profile. Cody's of the right age profile. There's just so much in the squad that you can work with, and I think it's a case of where, given what's been done, they would feel themselves that this isn't good enough if they don't at least challenge for the title. So actually, let's not make fun of Jack's claim. I think yes, they should be talking about being champions next season, because you've just done it. Everyone's going to be gunning for you. So live up to your obligation, do your job. And
just before I go to Cam, thanks, Marco. I need to read out this super chat. Thank you very much for sending in super chat. Ozan Kabak, yes, he played centre back 20 times, lads, 20 times. Come on, Jack, my left back.
Yeah,
right, there you go.
The context to that tweet, he's a long-time subscriber on my channel. He calls me John Annadisa, as you can tell from his strawberry blonde locks anyway. So there we go.
Unfortunately, your face was covered whilst that was on screen, but you had your hand up.
No, that's why I was waving, just so you all knew I was still here. That was all.
My bad.
Go for it, Cam. Go for it. You wanted to say something as well.
No. That's all it was. I was just waving, just to say hi. I thought, that's interesting. Let me show my face up here a little bit. You know what I mean?
Oh, you mad!
I know I'm ugly, but come on, lads. There's no need for that. Yeah, I know I'm going to break a few computer screens tonight.
Oh my goodness!
Seriously?
My goodness. No.
By the way, I saw Healy is saying I saw Arsenal Football Club putting a request to patent copyright for second place in the Premier League.
It's higher than 4th. Give them credit.
Oh dear.
Anyway. One more thing about Arsenal. Arsenal's longest unbeaten run this season was 15. Arsenal's longest unbeaten run last season was 11. Okay, Liverpool's longest unbeaten run this season was 26. City's longest unbeaten run last season was 23. That's the pace. So it's the same as what Dave Hendrick has been saying to people in Daily Red for ages. They don't know how to do it. Until they do, they will not do it. Simple. No. That's it.
It's tough. It's not easy. It's not built for everyone, man. We luckily we had players in there that had done it. 5 major players that had done it. Robbo, Ali, Trent, Verge, Mo. Who else was there in the squad that had won it? I think those are the 5, right? I don't think anybody else. Gomez, but yeah, we can count Gomez, but he wasn't really in the game or in the team too much. But a part of the squad, yes. Anyone else that was around? I don't think. I think that was Elliot. Was Elliot around?
Ellie. No, Allison. Oh,
I
did
said
you
Allison
mention
already. I said Ali. Sorry, I said Ali.
Curtis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Curtis
Did you
was
say
around, but
Curtis?
he was just coming in, so he didn't
Yeah.
actually play a major part. But you're right, Curtis was around. But those 5 were a major part of that, and so was Gomez. So those 6 were a major part of that team that won the league last time. Having that in your squad is immeasurable, man. You can't. It's just worth. It's a gold mine. So now you have the rest of this team that's done it. Now, next year, obviously, look what happened last time. We had a whole load of injuries. We dropped off. So that's why it's we didn't buy many players, though, last time. Remember, we were really it was shocking in terms of what we were doing in the window. This time, it's like Marco said, Cam and Jack, imperative that we strengthen this time from a strengthened position, you know?
Yeah. There's a quick one on that before Cam jumps in. Is the Marco spot on? I think in regards to it's contrast in terms of we know how Jurgen Klopp played as well, but it's a lot more sustainable, this style of football. And this is where going into the summer, it's going to be, we're not playing Jurgen Klopp basketball style football where Fabinho's getting round the ground, Hendo's about all the midfields on the legs. But this ability to play this style of football, we've seen City for the last 6, 7, 8 years, whatever they're doing off the pitch, but on the pitch, the style of brands, Barca, the great legendary Barcelona teams, the great Ajax sides as well. This style of football, whatever anyone wants to say, it's a sustainable model. And this is why identifying the players in the summer is if we can get like for like in certain individual positions as well, it's only going to bode well. And it's a lot more. This is why they're relying, like continuing to go on to Gravenberch. But physically wise, it's great that the medical departments have finally. There's footballing quality's always been there. The days of Ajax, serial Eredivisie winner as well, but that we are now seeing the best out of Gravenberch. He might just be. There's all of us saying maybe give him a rest, but Gravenberch's like, nah, sounds. I'm happy just to keep that ball ticking over. He's going through dips in form, but a lot of those players, it's about having that squad, mate. But yeah, this sustainability really for me is so apparent. And as you alluded to there, Gags, before, just quite closing points as well, is the evolution of individual players within the squad, players coming in next season. But it's that winning culture as it was in the 70s, as it was in the 80s. Players come and go, Keegan, Rushy, they all left, but it's winning and then winning and then winning and winning again. That's it's not a bad habit to have. And I'm hoping in the next couple of seasons that whoever comes in, you're coming into a winning team, really, and it becomes a lot more easier the more experience the whole squad gets as a whole for me.
Absolutely. Trent's just posted a video behind the scenes of them celebrating in the in the dressing room. So things are kicking off crazy. It's going to be a brilliant night watching a whole load of content. I might not even get to work tomorrow the way this is going, to be honest, because I'll be watching it all night. But Cam, your thoughts on all of that that's just been said by Marco and Jack? Next year looks like, we got a lot to do work-wise, but the foundation will be there. I guess the creativity from the right we might be missing in Trent, but that needs to be replaced in the team somehow. So I hope Liverpool are looking at that. And do you trust us to go and make those changes, to go and buy those players this summer?
No, I don't trust. I don't trust FSG at all in that regard. I'm sorry, but I've been a big advocate for FSG in the way they've stabilised the club, the improvements they've made to the stadium. A lot of the stuff they've done off the field has been phenomenal, but unfortunately, their track record on the field has left a lot to be desired for. There's a multitude of reasons for that. We could. That's a whole separate podcast on its own. But we know for a fact we need a left back. We possibly need a right back. We need a centre back. We need a number 6, and we need a number 9 if one of the number 9s goes. I think Darwin's definitely going. I've been slagged off for most of this season saying he's not good enough, but I think I've sort of been proved right, unfortunately. And then I love the guy. I love the kid. He's, the thing is, he's got all the talent in the world, but he's just not good enough for us. And if we want to go up to the next level, we need someone who's going to take us to the next level. And that's not Darwin, unfortunately. So we need at least 5 players. Don't forget, we've got a goalkeeper coming in. But then that's going to give brilliant competition for the best goalkeeper in the world. And I don't think enough's been said about Ali's contribution this season, as well as Queven's, even though he conceded 12 goals in 10 games. I did look that up earlier, lads, so don't think I just know that off the top of my head. You know, I'm not that good. But 3 of those goals were at Newcastle, and, you know, that was a point gained or 2 points lost, whichever way you want to look at it. But ultimately, it was a point that got us to be champions of England. Premier League champions, 20 times Premier League champions, on top of the perch. Don't forget that. Let everybody know that. We are Premier League champions, top of the perch. Fergie was right. Your fans are shite. So going back to, I don't trust FSG in any way, shape or form. Apparently the money's always there, but they very rarely, you know, go out and do it. You said it earlier, Gags. We need to strengthen from, you know, a position of strength.
Yeah.
You know, we are we're the number 1 team in the country. Every player in Europe, every player in South America, every player in the Far East who is of a talent, who can help us become an even better team, should be looking at us and thinking, that's somewhere where I want to go and play football. Do you trust FSG to deliver? When we won the league in 2020, what did we do? Nothing. And it cost us. It cost us badly.
Different times,
but
different eras.
Sometimes they do get it right. I'm not saying they don't, but more often than not, they get it wrong. And that's the
believe
worry
that we are going to sign 3 to 6 players, anywhere between 3 to 6 players this summer. I really do. But there will be people leaving too. So will we be? And I think that's okay, by the way. I think it's okay to upgrade. Like you said, a Darwin going and a striker coming, that's an upgrade. Someone who can actually put the ball in the net is going to be massive. Dude, we are so over-reliant on Mo. Imagine if Diaz and Mo and Gakpo had another big-time striker in there. Because, by the way, we should not diminish Diaz's start to the season was fantastic. Gakpo's middle part of the season before he dropped off at the end, but he was vital for us. They came up in different parts where they were clutch. Mo was constant, but we needed a Darwin in there and Jota wasn't very good either. You know?
Yeah.
So we really need someone to replace those two. Actually, would be fine. Someone durable.
I mean, I'd be happy with replacing Darwin and keeping Jota as an option off the bench, because Jota is actually our best finisher. Even though Mo gets the goals, if you look at the finishers, Jota he's a number 9. He's a natural number 9. He's going to put the ball. He's going to be the fox in the box when you need it, if that's the type of game you want to play. Darwin can't. It's like I think Marco said it earlier. You either go for a Bobby type player, and I'm not sure there is one out there who is that Bobby type player. But is Slot going to play that Bobby type player?
We don't know. Like a Cunha or a Pedro.
Because if you think about it, we played the whole season without a number 9.
We have.
What's up with the league?
Diaz is not a good number 9.
Yeah, and then you look at Arsenal, who've been crying because they lost their number 9s, who weren't really scoring goals anyway. Havertz wasn't scoring goals away. Jesus has fallen off a cliff, and then apparently it was all about Saka. Well, when Saka came, if you look at the numbers, your team was actually getting more goals and points without Saka. So where's your argument there, Arsenal fans? You finished second in the league. You didn't even challenge us. You actually fell away when Saka came back. You went backwards, lads. Seriously.
And this is the thing, right? Like, it's a squad that wins the league. You mentioned Kelleher earlier. I just wanted to remind myself. Like, Kelleher plays, I think it's 8 games. Is my math right? 7 games. And I mean, in that stretch, Liverpool wins 5 out of 7. It's a win over Chelsea. It's the draw away at Arsenal. It's a win over Villa. That's important. It's a win over City. It's the draw against Newcastle. Yes, we all sort of got upset about that 3rd goal, but still, that's a good record. Like, so a lot of the squad had their moments. Even Darwin had a couple of moments as well of importance. So I think that's the other key difference is the squad won the league, and unfortunately for them, the rival fans are just going to have to accept no. your excuses don't give you the league. Like your squad has to win the league and make up for the difference. It's as simple as that.
100%.
It's
Amazing, amazing guys. I mean, at the end of the day, I do trust them still. I do think they'll do something. I know I'm probably being a bit silly, but yeah, I don't know why. I think like this summer some crazy stuff's going to happen. We've got players, maybe one player leaving. We definitely got one player on the way out in terms of doing stupid tweets and
Robbo.
stuff. Again, no negativity. There's definitely a left back on the way out, whether it's Simicast or Robbo. There's one going to come in. There might be a centre back coming in. So there's a whole load of things going on. What's going to be interesting, what we do up front as well. And whether we finally do get that DM or not, Marco. But is there anything else you guys would like to cover? Because I'm actually quite desperate to go and watch a lot of this stuff that's going on.
I just have one more thing to say.
I've got a bottle to finish, lads.
We can't see the bottle, unfortunately.
I got one thing to say. I just would like to raise a glass to the first Dutch manager to win the league and the first Dutch captain to win the league. And to my favorite player, Virgil van Dijk, thank you for signing the contract. And well done.
Hungarian to win a Premier League in Dom as well.
Cheers.
Very
Cheers,
cool.
Reds. Get in.
Very cool.
Amazing.
Cheers, Reds.
Is it the first Colombian to win a league?
Yeah, I was just going to ask you that, Gags, as well. There's any other Colombian win the league?
Greek, is he?
Oh, did it Valencia win it at United?
Who?
Or was he Valencia? Was it Valencia from?
No, he's Venezuela. Was he?
Oh, is he? Is he?
Was it what Greek? Is it? There's no being. Oh, no.
No, he's Ecuadorian. Valencia's Ecuadorian. That's right, not Colombian. Ooh.
Antonio Valencia, he's Ecuadorian.
Yeah, as a Colombian, won the Premier League. No Premier League, no Colombian has won the Premier League as of April 27, 2025. That's Google's AI telling me. Well, mate, you're wrong now because someone just.
Yeah. First Greek as well, according to the chat.
Wow, really? Yeah. Wow. You know what? It's a day of firsts. It's a day of firsts, which is amazing for us. Amazing for those players. They're making history for their countries as well. Something to be very proud of. I've seen the Dutch national team tweet about Cody, Grav, and Verge. People are going to be very proud of their players. This is an amazing day. Yeah, we all raise a glass. Jack, well, you've been doing a lot of this content. What a year to start YouTubing for Anfield Index. Let's be honest. I mean, I couldn't have dreamt that in November when we started that this was going to be the end goal. And also 9,500 subscribers later. This is a dream come true for us. So thank you to everybody who's watching and listening and commenting. You don't understand what you're doing for us. This is amazing. Thank you for all these guys who contribute as well. Jack, any final words on today and the season so far? I know we're still going to be doing some shows. I've got 2 more with you until I'm away at Anfield. But
no, just enjoy it, mate. As I said, from a personal point of view, Gags and everyone in AI, so many people in the background that do everything, and even over the last 14 years. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. I've been doing my individual channel over the last 7-8 years. Love the Reds, like all of you, everyone involved. But yeah, it's only the start, Reds. So much great work behind the scenes from everyone and all the podcasters, all the guests as well that come on. And and so we're going into a very rich history of supporting Liverpool. So I know we might be a bit overconfident saying it, but we're from the eye test of what we've seen already this season. We're playing in first or second gear. But Gags, it's been a privilege, like all of us, and the privilege watching this side, mates, and long may it continue. And
it is.
Yeah, we are going places.
I want to echo what you just said there to finish off. I'm big into leadership nowadays. I'm in my day job, whatever. But I studied Klopp and how he managed this team and what he did with it, and I really did believe that it was because of his leadership that we were so good. I have a new leader to study in Arne Slot. We need to figure him out. We need to see how he does it and what he does, because it's a totally different type of leadership to what Jurgen Klopp was doing, and it's something that we do need to study and figure out because he's absolutely fantastic. And his team today encapsulated what his team. I mean, you saw the stats and coming back from behind and stuff like that. We were losing again today, and we came back behind to win in style. I know it's just Spurs, but still, some teams can feel a bit sorry for them all crumble. But this team didn't all season. All season, it's been going behind a lot, conceding goals first a lot. Still, that's something we need to improve next year, please, Slot. But it still found a way, and it still won the league at a canter. And I really hope that it breaks a record of winning the league by the largest margin ever by the end of the season, because the other clubs are just crap and trying to get something in the Champions League. But yeah, that's my finals. I'm so proud of everything that they've achieved. I'm so proud of this football club and how it, presents itself. The players present themselves, and this has given me so much. I can't tell you how much Anfield Index has given me experience-wise. And now to be able to do this on YouTube with you guys and everyone, it's just an absolute privilege to be doing this right now, sharing this moment with you guys right now, where we've just won the league title in front of a mad Anfield crowd. It feels like a dream has come true. And Cam, I know me and you're going to be there on the 25th. It's going to be a bucket list moment for us. So let me tell you, we're going to drink these next 3-4 weeks in, and we are going to be the most unbearable fans ever. I'm sorry, people at work. You are, if you're watching.
No, not sorry.
We're wearing Liverpool kits all week long, all month long. But yeah, any last final words, Cam, Marco, before we go?
Harvey Elliott, that was fun. Right at the end of the game. Thank you. That was fun. Up the Reds. Congrats, everybody. 20 times champions.
Bring on the guard of honours.
Yeah, Cam has the elder statement of the group. We'll let you finish.
Yeah, the old man, 10 years away from retirement, or maybe 20, depending on my luck. I just want to say, Anfield Index, I owe you guys, I owe you Gags a lot. We've become really, really good friends. Our families have become good friends, and because of Anfield Index and what you've done, I'm humbled and honoured to be your friend. One of my best friends at that. Not even just a friend, you're more than a friend. You're a brother to me. You're someone I can lean on, someone I can rely on, someone who's got my back. I'm very privileged to be able to say that. And for us to win the league today, to be on this today with you and to be able to have that moment with you, it means everything. It really does. I can't put it into words. Like I said at the beginning, the emotion, there were tears at the end of the game. There's tears now. I'm so looking forward to the 25th. If anybody is there on the 25th, we'll be around the club shop, and I just want to celebrate with everyone. I want to party. I just want everyone to savor this moment. It's been nothing better than this. There's no better feeling in the world than this. I mean, I managed to experience it a lot from 77 onwards, when we won the league and we lost the treble because of the B words, and then to watch us in the 80s and the 90s, and then to see what happened to us in the 90s and the noughties and the 10s, and then to be where we are today. We haven't given Jurgen enough credit for what he's done for the club. He truly is Shankly reincarnated for me, and the way he's laid the foundations. And nobody gave us a chance in hell of doing what we've done today. And with 4 games to go to win the league and just smash everyone out of sight, it's a big FU to everyone, because we're Liverpool Football Club.
And
we are Liverpool Football Club. And that's it.
Cam, you made me cry as well. Thank you so much. And the feeling is 100% mutual. You got my back always. I know you do. And we'll be friends for life now after meeting on Anfield Index. On the first time we did something live, Cam turned up. It was before I go, it was a live commentary, of audio commentary, because back then it was audio. Internet wasn't strong enough to really do video. Actually it was, but we couldn't afford it, so we were doing audio commentary of Man United versus Liverpool, and I think we won 3-0. And
Cam was up at half time.
Yeah, Cam was like typing away there on the audio chat, and that's where we first met. And then we met at a 5 times event in person, and since then it's gone from strength to strength, and you know that's insane. His kids are getting married. We're going to the kids' weddings, things like that. I'm sure when my kids get married in the future, he'll be there as well.
Yeah.
That's the madness of what an online channel can bring you behind the scenes. So let me tell you, being this club, the passion for this club let me drive to build something like this. And then I met people like Marco who helped us start in audio. Now Jack's helped us start in video. So there's a whole load of people here involved that are a massive part of our lives and massive part of what's led to all these relationships and these great moments, and such a great day to be with, you know, people that were on the first podcast, people that were on probably the first video that was live, and one of my best friends as well, which is insane, folks. If you think about it in that way, I didn't even put it together, but maybe it was just meant to be that Marco was going to reach out and Cam was going to reach out, and this happened. But I'm going to stop blabbering on because otherwise we're crying. We're exactly an hour, and I want to kill it an hour. I appreciate everything, everyone. We have won the title. We are 20 times champions. Be as unbearable as you effing can, because you don't know when these times will come back and what. But thank God we've signed Salah and VVD, so definitely the confidence will be there to do this again. We are Liverpool Football Club, and we're back on our fucking perch. Up the Reds.
It ain't that.